At this point, I do not think America deserves to exist.
And would it have concerned you if Iran was getting close to that nuclear bomb?
No, it wasn't coming for us.
The United States is an imperialist country.
The United States has officially bombed Iran. They went in and bombed 3 of their nuclear facility sites, and now the United States has entered into this conflict between Israel and Iran. Right behind us, we have a group of protesters here who have now come out in support of Iran, saying no war on Iran. We're going to see what they're saying here inside of America. America and the world is about to get a whole lot shaky. We could potentially be on the brink of a World War III. We'll see what happens and see what these people have to say. Your sign says stand with Iran. And why should people in the United States stand with Iran versus stand with the United States?
Because right now, the United States of America has bombed 3 nuclear sites. The state of Iran has not initiated any act of aggression against the United States of America.
So are you against the United States bombing the 3 nuclear sites that Iran had?
Of course I am. It is completely unprovoked. It is an act of aggression. It is an act of imperialism. What we believe we know about Iran is complete falsehood.
Would you be in support of a chant like "Death to America"?
At this point, I do not think America deserves to exist. So yeah.
If you could go to any other country to live, because you obviously don't like America, what country would you go to?
I would probably at this point go to China.
What should Donald Trump have done?
Nothing.
Would you oppose them if they did have the nuclear facilities? Would you like Iran just to openly have those?
I mean, we got nuclear facilities here, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So,
would you like the opposition to have nuclear facilities?
Well, I'm just saying, it's easy to throw a rock and hide your hand.
Right here, the protest has began here. Somebody is giving a speech. There are signs like "No U.S.-Israel war on Iran," and then another sign says, "We won't let you drag us into global war. American apartheid, deport Musk." Some of these protesters are bringing out signs from months ago after this protest. Here we go. Now they started chanting "U.S. out of the police." Now they're giving the time order to some other speakers here in the square of Seattle. We probably got 100 to 300 people out here today. So far, it looks like they're just gathering in. More people are coming in from the back, from the sides. Should get a little rowdy out here. Let's see what the two guys say. What do you think the United States should have done?
I'm doing a job right now. Sorry.
The people of this country do not want war. We want it to end the system that's addicted to war. Is that right?
That's right!
How'd you get this job?
I'm a part of the coalition.
What brings you out here today?
Honestly, I was just walking around, just checking out downtown, but hey, I'm always up for a protest.
What's your favorite thing about the protest spirit here in America? It's passionate right now.
So passionate. It's passionate, but it's also frustrating because it's the same thing over and over again. We're fighting this over and over and over again. I hope this time we get our message through.
In this case, the Iran strikes that the United States just enacted upon the 3 nuclear sites.
Yeah.
What should Donald Trump have done, in your opinion?
Nothing. I mean, it's not up to him. Why are we, supposedly the peacemakers and the superpowers? No, absolutely not. It's not up to us.
If you were president, what would you have done?
I would have worked with the UN. I would have worked with our allies. I would have worked with other nations honestly, just to figure out where is the threat? Where is the threat?
Iran, they were almost at a 60% enrichment level for uranium. If they would have got to 90%, they would have had nuclear power to put that uranium on warheads and have that nuclear weapon. Should we have allowed Iran to get to that level where they can have that uranium enrichment level?
Is that actually going to happen?
They're at 60% apparently.
They're at 60%?
And it would only take a few weeks, potentially a few months, to get to 90%, and at that point they'd have nuclear capability.
But again, why are we the ones that have to go in and stop this?
Why do you think the United States had to go in and act on behalf of Israel? Because Israel didn't have the bunker buster to go in there. The United States did. Why do you think Israel had to involve the United States in this?
Why are we siding with Israel?
What does the sign mean by arms embargo now? What does that mean?
It means stop sending, using U.S. taxpayer dollars to fund the annihilation of innocent people.
And what's your guys' assessment on what happened in Iran? Should the United States have launched missiles, used the bunker busters?
No, not at all. Stupid.
Why do you think it was stupid?
We don't need to be over there. We need to worry about what's going on over here. We don't need to support Israel and everything that they're doing.
Why do you think the United States had to go in on behalf of Israel?
We support Israel in whatever they do, even if it's wrong, unfortunately.
And would it have concerned you if Iran was getting close to that nuclear bomb?
No, it wasn't coming for us. We attacked Iran first. Israel attacked Iran first. We shouldn't have fucked with it.
Whoa, ma'am, wait, what's going on now? Wait.
I'm wondering what your organization is.
My name is Nick Shirley. Yes, what's... And what? Ma'am, stop it. Please stop it. Ma'am, I don't want to be touching bums here. This lady right here is following me now. Whoa, what?
This is news.
My name is Nick Shirley.
And who are you?
Nick Shirley, that's my name.
Working for who?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
You work for yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Have you ever heard of it? It's called being an entrepreneur.
It's what is it called?
Being an entrepreneur.
How terrifying it can be to know your loved ones.
You see. Can you please stop touching?
Yesterday for the first time in a week.
We talk to you real quick?
No, no, thank you. Who are you with?
My name is Nick Shirley.
He's an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. What are you doing out here today?
We're talking to people here at this protest. What do you think about what's going on in Iran?
I think the U.S.-Israeli war in Iran is an imperialist war against a country of 90 million people with a long history of struggle against imperialist oppression. We call for the working class to organize to stop wars.
What should the United States have done? Should they have stayed completely out of this conflict?
The United States is an imperialist country. It enters into wars to protect its foreign interests abroad.
And when you say it's an imperialist country, what do you mean by that?
I mean, it's a country that, as Lenin said, imperialism is the highest stage of capitalism. When capital has nowhere else to go, it must be exported to other countries to find markets for capital, for interests, for...
What are you doing?
Off.
What? We aren't even doing anything, ma'am. All right, we got people coming after us now. I don't know. We're just talking to people out here. We're asking them about what they're protesting for and what their opinions are on this subject. What's going on, ma'am?
I want to take photos of you.
Would you like me to smile?
What are you live streaming for?
Oh, we're not live streaming. We're making a video.
Okay, what are you taking a video for?
We're making a video asking people what their thoughts are about the United
Why?
States.
They're cutting clips and selling it to Fox.
Oh yeah, no, totally. That's why I'm taking photos of them, so people know what they're doing.
Good job.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Ma'am, you can go ahead and subscribe on YouTube right now at Nick Shirley.
Oh, f that noise. I don't even have YouTube.
Oh, okay, then I guess you won't have to worry about being seen.
He says his name is Nick Shirley and he's an entrepreneur.
Aw, that's cute.
We want
it would be hard to get people on your side because you seem really agitated for
I'm cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being agitated.
We just want to make sure you don't start running because we don't want you to fall because we see the cane right here.
You don't have to worry about me.
Okay, we won't. Thank you so much, ma'am. Do you think the United States should have entered into this conflict?
Unfortunately, I can't do it. I'm on the clock.
These people are bad.
I was going to say, I can't do that right now.
And what do you think?
That we have forgotten.
Wait, why?
Our worst belief.
What does 8647, Chrissy Noem, and the rest of them do? What do you wish to them?
86 means get rid of. Like at a diner, you get rid of fries. That's all it means. I want Trump gone. I want his cronies gone. And I want all the shit they've been doing to be fixed.
And what do you think the United States should have done in this case of the Iran-Israel United States conflict now? What should we have done? Should we have stayed
I think
completely
the
out of it?
United States doing something is not unreasonable. I think Trump doing it on his own is absolutely 100% unreasonable.
Would you have liked him go to Congress first?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you think that would have gave Iran the upper hand, though, if we would have revealed what we were going to do beforehand?
What do you mean reveal? He told them, I'm going to do this in the next 2 weeks.
And then he did it 2 days later.
Yeah. Unilaterally. He made a decision that wasn't his to make.
Do you think that was like a bluff on his part to say we're going to give him 2 weeks, and then he knew he was going to go in 2 days?
I think he's a loose cannon.
What do you think the future of the United States is now that we have somewhat entered into this conflict? And if Iran attacks back, we're going to be at war most likely. What do you think is next for the United States?
I think it's so messed up right now that you can't even see how bad it can get. I hope that I can't imagine.
How bad do you imagine it could get?
Oh, I think we could all die in various ways, whether it's directly related to war or not, everything that's happening. I mean, with healthcare being taken away, people are dying.
And you think we have sleeper cells here inside of the United States from Iran?
Maybe.
Does it worry you being in public now?
Absolutely. But I've been worried about that for a long time.
So the way this protest works, we have one lady up here yelling on top of the stand, the drummers are in front, and then in the surrounding areas they have the people with the megaphones, just like this person right here. He even told us that he was working for the coalition. He has the megaphone and his job is to relay the chants out to the rest of the crowd from the spokesman. We have one more speaker. What would you like to see the United States do in this instance?
Not bomb anybody. No bombs.
Do you think the bombing was necessary?
No.
The people. They're up to no good.
No, we're just talking to people. Look, they just come and destroy our interviews. Is this your boyfriend? No. And what do you think about what's going on?
Huh?
What do you think about what's going on?
I don't want to bother.
What do you think Donald Trump should have done with this Iran-Israel conflict?
Not listen to Israel's intelligence, listen to the U.S. intelligence, which he did.
Do you think that was unconstitutional of Trump to?
Absolutely, yes.
What should Donald Trump have done with Iran?
He should have followed through on his peace negotiations with Iran.
Do you think we were past diplomacy at this point, or do you think it was necessary of him to go in and bomb?
No, we're never past diplomacy.
If Iran wasn't willing to come back to the table, what should the United States have done?
Iran was coming back to the table. They were at the table. This was actually planned by Biden. Trump only implemented it, but he implemented it improperly. Shouldn't have done it.
Should the United States trust the Mossad and Bibi Netanyahu as much as they are?
No, not even for a minute.
Would you consider this a fascist act by Donald Trump to bomb Iran?
He is he's an American Hitler, and he has aims of reconfiguring the government so that he's the only law. The only law is Trump.
And what do you think about these attacks that the United States did on Iran? Should they have gone after the nuclear facility sites?
Well, for one thing, that's a pretext. What they really want is regime change, and Iran was using the nuclear energy for peaceful purposes, but to them it doesn't matter. You know, they can't have, as far as they're concerned, Iran cannot have even any sovereignty at all.
Where do you think this goes? Where do you think this escalates? And
you bring up a good point. Is it escalate? Where does it escalate? And it's true. There's a great danger of escalating into a wider war, even to involving the other capitalist imperialist countries, China, the other powers, and it's very dangerous. But Trump is a Nazi maniac.
Are you worried that there are sleeper cells here inside the United States from Iran that are going to be attacking soon?
I think that's mainly being pumped up by the media. They have their war on crime. They say the immigrants are dangerous. They just try to make people afraid.
The protest has now ended. All the signs are right back here, and now people are just gathering, chit-chattering, and that is the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed, don't make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll be reading your comments down below. This is Nick, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.
I want to get this on the record. I am sorry for blowing up at you. That was unkind of me.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries. But
I hope you don't fall, by the way.
Huh?
I hope you don't fall, by the way.
No, that's why I have the cane.